Let's check out a 1984 BlueBird Wanderlodge. This is a 36-foot bus. It's got a tag axle in the back. It's 8 feet wide. It is absolutely gorgeous. Sitting up here on a hill in a farm in South Jersey. Back in 1984, this would have been the most expensive motorhome that you could purchase. This was $250,000. That equates to almost $700,000 in today's money. But to get a coach of this quality and this caliber in today's money, you're looking at $1.5 million plus to get something like this. This has a pneumatic entry step, so when you enter the coach, that step comes flying out. It's not power, it's not gonna get jammed up, it's pneumatic. Come up these stairs here into the cockpit area. Has the original leather seats here. This is where the driver, maybe someone would be driving this family around. They wouldn't drive themselves, but they'd be on vacation. Maybe it was a rock band from back in the day, or someone very important that had this motorhome. But this is where the driver or the owner would sit. Check out this cockpit. Down here, it has hydraulic leveling jack levers. There's a telephone, so you could phone the back if someone was in bed and you had to let them know, we're getting close to the destination, you might want to wake up. Huge steering wheel here. Look at all the gauges here. This just looks like an old school airplane, but they all work, all mechanical. This is only clocked at 7,000 miles. I don't know if it rolled over, but looking at the wear and tear of the seat, looks like it's very, very low mileage. Up here we have some controls for stereo, radio, heating, air conditioning. You could start and stop the generator from up here. There's a radio here, CB, backup camera in this area. All the speakers, part of the sound system, all this comes undone. If you need to get back here, you're gonna do these little knobs. You also have your oil pressure, water temp, volts, hours, DC amperage, AC amperage, all the different batteries on board. Look at the residential switches here. This passenger seat, this stepwell here, flips down, right? So, you know, whoever's sitting here, their feet aren't dangling in the stepwell. And this is a diesel pusher, so the engine's in the back pushing the motorhome. That's why the engine doesn't stick into this cab area. Has this flip-up piece here, so the passenger can kick their legs up. And lots of adjustments on this passenger seat. Coming into the dashboard, this is a split windshield. There's visors up top, and then there's also blinds that come down that are built in, and ashtrays here, cup holders, little tiny cup holders. A DC power point cable, so if you had a television up here, electrical outlet, and some fans. This has a lot of different heat provisions. You could heat the whole coach off the engine. You can heat the water off the engine because it has a 90,000 BTU heat exchanger that runs off the engine that heats through different registers through the back of the coach. Has 4 electric heaters as well, and has 2 propane heaters, both 16,000 BTUs. Over here, we have some controls here, lights, some more speakers, lots of speakers in this coach. Look at the overhead roof lockers and the construction that they have. It's all finished in the back. It all could come apart so you could service it. There's a channel up top that all the wires run through, so if it ever needed to be serviced, they could do that. This is a rebuilt bench from the original bench that would have been here. This is a DIY one, but this lifts up and there's storage in here. These are original cushions. This sofa is also original, and it's got a heat register in the bottom. And this folds out and makes it into a bed to sleep someone. Maybe this is where the driver would sleep. Overhead roof lockers here and here. Look at the little clips that hold everything down. Another one here, you know, and all the way down. You get the point. There's air conditioning up top here. These are non-ducted air conditioning. Has a fan vent in the ceiling, a 14x14 fan vent. Headliner's in pretty decent shape. Moving down, we have controls for the heat exchanges and the propane furnace. So there's blower motor for the heat exchange, blower motor for the propane furnace. And look at this galley kitchen. Look at the length of the countertop, how the edge rolls down. The drawer is built right into the countertop here. And look at the drawers. It's all grain matched laminate. And I wouldn't, you know, it's a dated motorhome, but I would say it's dated to the point where someone's going to want to tear it all apart. I like the period and the look of this. It's so neutral. You can put some glasses up here. It's got a Nutone, so this is the speed control. You can put a blender, a grinder, all different attachments in here. It's got dual pane windows. There's slider windows. You got a wine rack up top here, wine glass rack. Deep sink here, stainless steel sink, double sink with these little inserts. Another heat exchanger right here. Over here is an area opens up under the counter, and this slides out. So if you have a heavy mixer or some appliance, you can get it out from underneath the sink. And all the plumbing's blocked off, but it has access panels that could be easily removed to get to them. Moving down, we have this area. You can put a hot pot or plate on top and let it cool off. But if you lift it up and remove the cover, you got a 2-burner cooktop. This has an updated modern style microwave with coffee maker built in. And then you have all this extra roof locker storage moving all the way down. And look at the construction here. The way this was put together. Really nice. Very simple. And this motorhome looks like it's aluminum outside, but I tested with a magnet and it's steel. It's a steel body. This is a newer update that someone put in. There's a drawer here. And then I think you get the point with the drawers, but there's lots of drawers. Over on this side, this dinette also, this will fold down and make into a bed. And this cushion comes up, and there's a secret hatch right here. This comes off, and then you take this off, and then you got a safe in here. It's super, super heavy. You could hide a lot of high-value items in this safe. It's all steel, bolted to the chassis rail, so if someone got in here, they're not getting into your safe. And all the manuals for all the components are laying on the table here, ready to go. More storage up top here. You can put glasses. This is your systems monitor panel here. Really attention to detail. They built a few hundred of these coaches a year, and they really went over the top on everything. This has a Norcold absorption style gas electric refrigerator. This looks like an 8 cubic foot altogether. There's a drawer below the refrigerator that leads us down the aisle. We got another ventilation here. This is for the kitchen area. And there is a wardrobe here. It's got window latches on it. It's going to be dark down this hall. In the wardrobe has provisions for washer dryer built right in, so you could have a separate stackable washer and dryer in here. There's a beautiful wardrobe that's all lit right here. It's all carpeted walls. Look what happens when you open this door. It's got pockets for your shoes, but they took the attention to detail and wrapped this hinge. So when you pull your bright white shirt out, the hinge, the little dust that comes off these hinges, doesn't get on your clothes. They really knew that whoever was buying this or owning this was going to have some expensive clothes. Oh, and there's also central vac on board, of course. In this one, this is another wardrobe. Same thing, but it's got a mirror here. Same piece here that protects your clothes. And then there's this little pocket here that slides out. And you open up one of these wardrobes, probably this one. Oh, look at that. And they snap together, and this gives you privacy down the hallway. So if someone's in the bathroom and they want to get dressed in the hallway, they have a privacy area. That's what this little board's for. Now, let's check out the bathroom. In the bathroom, let's find a light switch here on the wall. There we go. It's got a full tub. So it drops down below floor level, gives you enough ceiling height for someone that's over 6 feet tall to be able to take a shower on board. And the shower curtain swings out when you're in there, gives you a lot more room. And it has this that slides out, and this is where you could dry clothes. You got a fan in here, lots of lighting, another fan up top here, some more controls on the wall, lots of different mirror angles, a molded sink that's all solid surface countertop. Little drawer here. This slides open too for storage. You got a toilet with foot pedal, a water saver off to the side, some hooks here, and a medicine cabinet as well. Really nice bathroom. Back here in the bedroom, they did a conversion from a double to a queen. Underneath the bed is the freshwater tank, which is heated, so you could do winter camping. The back part of the bed is where the diesel engine is. You have sliding dual pane windows back here with full curtains, lots of lighting options, more roof locker storage up top. And then there used to be a little vanity here for makeup, and whoever had this before converted into laundry and additional storage here, as well as all the way back here. On the back wall, there's storage here. These mirrors open up and you could put more clothes here. You could get to the block heater for the engine. This goes down pretty deep. And if you look up top here, got more speakers, the original clock, and then this whole panel opens up and you can store things back here, but also get to the lights for the back of the bus. There's also another door section here that opens up, and little secret areas back there, and another telephone on board, of course. You're laying in bed, you want to call and get a drink, someone will come and bring it to you. And a fan in the bedroom. This thing is super, super cool. Lots of space inside, even though it's a narrow body, only 8 feet wide. But very, very well preserved. Now let's take a walk around the outside. I'm gonna jump down over this board. There we go. All right. On the outside, you got zip-D awnings. This is what they use on the Airstream trailers as sunbrella material, and it's metal wrapped, protects the awning when you're not using it. Has air horns up there, a doorbell, big grab handle to get in, some protection of the steel body, docking lights down the whole side, so you can just flip that switch on and light up the whole campsite when you're pulling in so you can see what you're doing. A 300-gallon diesel tank on board. In here is the propane tank, 180 pounds. On this one here, opens up. This is heavy as anything. There we go. Toolbox here, more storage. There's the discharge for the furnace. Got outside patio light there. Little steps to reach the awning if you don't have the stick with you. Another docking light. Huge tires. Massive tires. Coming back here, we got the intake for the engine. This is an engine hatch that lifts up to gain access back here for plugging it in. Block heaters, air filter, maintenance type items. Huge exhaust tip here. And then a ladder that goes all the way onto the roof. So we'll climb up here, and backup camera there. It's all diamond plate aluminum up here. Has a storage case up top, some antennas, air horns, a audible speaker. I guess you could announce when you're coming into a certain area. And you can walk up here. And then these rails protect a lot of your items if you did stuff things up here. There's lots of space to strap things to. But these are passenger buses, so they're one of the few motorhomes, I would say, that were actually crash tested because they were used for school buses and passenger buses. Has a hitch receiver back here so you can tow a car behind you. And then this hatch lifts up. It's a heavy one. And you can get to the engine, Detroit engine. Has six 6-volt batteries. Jumper posts here and here. And then you could even start the engine from back here. Why would you want to start the engine from the back? Well, if you have it stored for a long period of time, you're going to drain down the air, the air system. See the air chucks here? So the throttle on here is air pneumatic operated. So you need to be able to come back here and start the engine. So you choose whether you're going to start it from the front or rear, and be able to manually use the throttle until it builds enough air pressure that you get started from the front. That's really for like long-term storage. When you're not going to be using it for a long time, that's what you would do that for. This thing just fires right up. And then to get it down, you gotta push this in and pull down, but I'm one-handed, so I'm not gonna do that right now. On this side, we have provisions for city water connection, power cord. There's even a light in this compartment so you can see at night. You can plug in a 50 amp 4-prong or 30 amps. You could do 2 and split them. This is another engine hatch area. Another furnace exhaust, has a zip-D window awnings all the way around. So there's 3 awnings total on this side. You can see a little bit of paint peeling here, but it's primed steel, so it's not aluminum. A lot of people think it would be aluminum. I thought it was aluminum until I checked. This opens up here and you can empty your waste tanks here, and there's a waste hose storage tube over there and another one over here. And there's little latches to keep these compartments open. This is the refrigerator ventilation system on the bottom, and there's also one on the roof because it's absorption style propane burning refrigerator. This opens up here and you got more storage for power cords, outdoor equipment, grills. You have another air chuck there so you could use your own compressed air and blow up your tires. Over here is another compartment. These are heavy doors. And there's another furnace exhaust here. This one opens up, gains you access to the battery that powers the generator. This is a 12.5 KW diesel generator on board, which is the power plant to all electrical components inside the motorhome. And that generator is located right here in the front, and it's powered open. So you press a button and the generator opens and slides out so you can maintain it. Look at that classic front design, split windshield. Look at these old school lights, just beautiful. All the provisions for maintenance and service, because these were used as fleet vehicles. There's even a step here, another handle here, and a handle up there so you can get up and clean the bugs off the windshield. And I think that's a GoPro mount up here. Or maybe an antenna or something, a cell phone antenna. Well, what do you guys think about this 1984 BlueBird Wanderlodge? Very first time I've been in one. Hope you enjoyed the tour. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. We'll see you soon.